In this video, we will go over credit cards and debit cards. The biggest difference between credit cards and debit cards is that when you use a credit card, you are really borrowing money from the bank. So when you use a credit card, so let's say you use credit card to pay for food at a restaurant. If you pay in cash, you just pay the restaurant directly. But when you use a credit card, that's not how it works. Instead, the bank that issues a credit card, effectively, they pay the restaurant for you, and then at the end of the month, you pay the bank back. So with credit cards, you borrow money from the bank and you pay them back at the end of the month. With debit cards, you pay using money you already have in your bank account. So you have a bank account. Hopefully when you have a job, money gets deposited into that account, and when you use your debit card, you're just taking money out. You're not borrowing money from anyone. So again, with credit cards, you borrow money. With debit cards, it's money you already have. One advantage to using credit cards is that as long as you pay your credit card bills on time, you can build your credit score. And when your credit score goes up, you end up having to pay less interest for loans in the future. When you buy a car, or when you buy a house, or when you have to pay back loans you take out for college. The problem with credit cards is that if you don't pay your bills in time, you end up paying a lot of interest. So if you don't pay in time, you pay a lot of interest. Maybe 20%, 25%, or more. Whereas normal interest rates might be, say, 5%. But credit card interest rates are a lot higher. For example, let's say that your bill was $680, but you only paid $400. Well, that means how much more have you not paid? You haven't paid $280. If the bank is charging you 25% interest, that means that you're paying 25% of $280. You end up paying another $70. You end up having to pay the bank $350. So you pay a lot of money if you don't pay your credit card bills in time. What about debit cards? Well, with debit cards, let's say that you are paying $30 using your debit card, and you only have $20 in the bank, so you don't have enough money. What happens? Well, that's an overdraft. That's what happens. You're spending money that you don't have. When that happens, typically, you also get penalized with a penalty. So you pay money, basically, for overdrafting. However, nowadays, usually debit cards offer what is called overdraft protection. All that means is that when you spend money you don't have, the bank will decline it, and you won't be able to use your debit card. Overdraft protection is a good idea if you're afraid that you end up spending more money than you have and having to pay a lot of money in penalty fees. That's it for today.